Alright, so just like the last time, we can set up our numbers first of all. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Over here under 1. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. And just label the same points in our elevation. So 1 and 6, 2 and 5, 3 and 4. Alright, and again, before we kind of start anything in our auxiliary, I just want you to join point 2 and 4 down to the XY line so that we can measure it when we need to. So we're just projecting that point down to the XY line so we can measure it when the time comes. An auxiliary elevation means that we're going to have all our widths from our plan and we're going to have all our heights from the elevation. Okay? What we're going to do is set up our sliding set squares perpendicular to the x1, y1 line, as in the last question. And again, I'm going to transfer up points 1 through 6. And because I don't know how tall I need them, I'm just going to make them as tall as I can. Alright. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 brought up in my auxiliary view now. Again, I'm just going to take my compass. I'm going to measure the heights of 1 and 6 in my elevation. I'm going to look for point 1 in my auxiliary elevation, and from the x and y1 line put in that height. So there's point 1. And I'm going to do the same with point 6 because point 6 is the same height. There's point 6. And I'm going to repeat the process with point 2 and 5 and point 3 and 4. So I'm going to measure the height of points 2 and 5 in my elevation. I'm going to look for point 2 in my auxiliary and point 5 in my auxiliary and just put the mark on them, and I'm actually labeling them as well so I can keep track. And then points 3 and 4 just to finish it off. There's point 3 and point 4. Okay, once you've got all the 6 points up, we're just going to join the dots. Alright, we can see that 1 joins down to the XY line in my elevation, so we're just going to do the same in our x1, y1 line. Draw point 1 down to the x1, y1 and do the same with point 6. Alright, 1 joins to 2 and 6 joins to 5. So we're creating our different surfaces now. Okay, 1 to 2, 6 to 5. 5 goes back to 4 and 2 goes to 3. So in my auxiliary elevation, 5 joins back to 4. 2 joins back to 3, but we're not going to see it, so we're just going to put in hidden detail. And then 4 and 3, as we can see there, join back to the XY line. So 4 and 3 in my auxiliary are going to join back to the x1, y1 line. And again, point 3 is going to go back with hidden detail. The important thing to remember with our auxiliaries is we always move 2 views back. And what I mean by that is if we're trying to get a height in our auxiliary, we're traveling back from here. Back 1 view brings us to our plan, 2 views brings us to our elevation. Okay, for an auxiliary elevation, our heights are always going to come from our original elevation. And remember, all our auxiliary view is we're currently standing here. We need to move around to the corner, and we're now standing looking in that way. Alright, that's all the auxiliary view is.